What's up, everybody? Today we have the one, the only Kate Brunatz in the studio. Yes, she is here talking about her music and her amazing life. How are you, Kate?
I'm doing quite jolly. Thank you.
Good. Thank you for coming here.
You know, couldn't miss it. Really couldn't.
That's good. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's just jump right into the interview questions, if that's okay with you.
Yep.
Can you tell us about your latest musical release?
Well, my latest musical release is called Home. It's a single, I suppose. I made it in my bedroom of New York.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I've been making a lot of life changes very quickly recently.
Love that.
Yeah, so Home is just about music being the one really constant thing in my life.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks.
Have you always felt that way, that music was always just a really constant thing for you?
I suppose. I've always been kind of ashamed about it though.
Really?
But yeah, but it's always
you're so
been
talented.
That's nice. I don't know.
She's very
talented. It kind of makes me uncomfortable. But that's what I also like it because it makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I don't know.
So can you tell us what inspires your songs?
Well, I fall in love with everyone.
Aww.
So it's that. But it's, honestly, I'm just a really emotional person. Mm-hmm. So if somebody pokes me, they'll probably have a song about them. Or just,
Yeah.
It's rare that I write a song.
Do I get a song?
Me too. You do. You actually probably have a song. I'm sure. Yes. No, you definitely do.
I have a song, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you definitely do. But if you're of any significance in my life, you probably have a song.
The interviewer gets a song.
It's true.
This is amazing. So moving on from your songs, now I know all of your songs have videos that go with them. What inspires your videos?
I have videos. I don't know. I guess I've always my main thing that got me into wanting to do music professionally was probably my YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. So I've always felt that and it's not a huge thing, but I want to keep up with it. So I just kind of and I don't want to just put up a video that just has sound. So I don't know, I just come up with whatever is easiest.
Yeah. Your songs inspire the videos, I guess.
Yeah,
you fall in love with someone, you have a love video.
Right. Or just me singing into the camera oh my god, wow, I'm infatuated.
I've just been poked by the most amazing interviewer.
Exactly, yeah, just like that. Or if it's a more intense release, then I'll try and make something somewhat decent, but
it's good.
Yeah, it's not super fancy.
Well, your fans think everything is fancy, and they think all your content is decent. I've heard that. So, changing gears a little bit. How is life living in New York so far? I know you're here in Virginia for a few days right now, but you're going back soon.
That's right. It's crazy. My life has changed so much very quickly. I love it, and then I hated it, and then right now I'm back to falling in love with it again. Oh. So that's good. Yeah, New York it's just crazy. It's really crazy. Yeah.
So being in New York, there's obviously lots of talent everywhere. There's lots of, I'm sure, talent scouts, talent agencies. Mm-hmm. Have you ever considered maybe going out for one of those talent shows, like America's Got Talent, X Factor, Voice?
Yes. I've actually, I think, when I was younger, I went to one of the auditions, but when I was there, I read into the contracts that you had to sign off, and then afterwards I did more research, and it's not really something I'm interested in, because I really don't want a label or anything, and if you win the shows, that's what you have to do. And a lot of those shows are vocal acrobatics. And I don't really consider myself a great vocalist or anything. So I just, or at least in that sense, I think my niche is I kind of sound weird. So I feel that's not the right place for me to be. But yeah.
Well, we love your sounds, however they may sound. Your fans love your sounds. Speaking of fans, what can they expect soon? Any upcoming releases? What can you tell us about that?
Well, it's funny you should ask. I just finished tracking my second EP, which will be coming out February 13th.
Oh, the day before Valentine's Day.
I'm so happy you know this.
Again.
No.
Ooh, it's getting hot in here.
Because it's called Lust Songs, and each song is about
It is getting hot in here.
I know. Because each song is about a different interest that I've had. Like I said, I fall in love with everyone. So so that will be out on all the platforms. But I'm pretty excited about it. I felt like with my first EP, I was really like, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I feel a little more safe now. So
good.
Yeah.
So with that EP, is there gonna be a tour?
Oh,
Are you looking
boy,
to tour?
No. I mean, yeah, it's some
Should we
point.
shout some bands out and be like, hey, tour with Kate?
No.
No? Okay. We're a shot anyway.
I mean, my crowning achievement before I die is to go on tour. So,
Of course.
But I don't know. I don't feel like. I mean, I do a couple like gigs and stuff in New York every once in a while, but I want to wait until I'm more accomplished and like on my way.
I mean, if you could tour with anyone, who would it be?
Lord.
Lord. Is she like your biggest? Who's your biggest inspiration? Is that it? It's Lord.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm very obsessed with
Do you
this
have?
woman.
Do you have any like words? Speaking of like inspirations and everything, do you have like a specific like words to live by that you tell, like almost a mantra you tell yourself every day, or something that just like keeps you going on this roller coaster we call life?
Whoa. I tell myself a lot to like, if I'm being lazy or whatever, I'm like, show up for yourself, because you know you're the only person who can do that. Or just like, I tell myself to be patient a lot because I'm not very patient. But other than that, I write a lot of stuff on my walls to try and motivate me.
Oh,
But
Kate is a wall writer. The Writings on the Wall by Sam Smith.
Okay,
You should cover that.
different band. Sorry.
That's okay. Speaking of, well, wrapping up a little bit, where can your fans find you on the internet? Please give all your plugs, your social media, your music. Tell us about your Spotify. Give it everything you got, girlfriend.
Well, so glad you asked. You can find me. My preferred platform would be Spotify, which is...
She's legit. Only legit people are on Spotify.
No, that's complete BS. Okay. But it's under Kate Brunotz. Kate spelled Kate, Brunotz, Bruno. TTS.
Two T's.
Two T's, that's correct. I'm under the same name on Instagram, and then YouTube. My username is the Beanieful.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Are we talking like the hat, the beanie, or are we talking like the food, the beans?
You know, it's honestly debatable. I made it when I was in the 6th grade.
We love that.
But unfortunately, it like got some people on there, so now I'm just stuck with the Beanieful as my username for the rest of my life.
We love the Beanieful.
Do
we love all sorts of beans. Black beans, refried beans.
Actually, beans
pinto
can be
beans.
quite gassy.
Oof.
Oof is
well, speaking, I don't even know where to go with that one, but I'm just gonna totally keep it going. Keep it on going on. So now that you've just plugged all your things, do you just want to have a final message to your fans? Anything you want to say to them? These lovely people watching us.
People. Thank you. That's crazy that you listen to my sounds. That's it.
All right.